Hello friends, this video on Is Matter Around Us Pure part 10 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. If you want to separate cream from the milk, let's suppose I have the milk and I want to separate the cream from the milk, what would I do? So here in this case, cream is my solute and milk is my solvent. Both are liquid. So what can be the process to separate? One is non-volatile actually, solute, and actually milk is nothing but cream plus water actually. So water is my solvent and cream is my solute. So we know that we can actually boil it. If you boil it, you get very thick cream, right? That kind of what do you call? Khoa you get that. The other way is, we know that the cream is lighter and water is heavier. So can we do something? One thing we can do is we can use a centrifuging machine. We can put some cream in the test tube and we can use this centrifuging machine. This will rotate at a very high speed, and with that will force all lighter particle to come up and heavier particle to go down. So lighter particle is my cream will come up and you will see a layer of cream on the top. That is one thing. You can centrifuge for 2 minutes. Or if you don't have this, let's suppose, then you can use the mixture blenders. The blenders you can use, right? You can use this particular thing also to churn, these churners. So you can use any of these churners depending on what you have in your kitchen. From the kitchen, you can use any of these churners. These churners also, when you churn, what happens is the denser particles are forced to go down. The denser particles are forced to go down. The water is forced to go down. And the lighter particle, that is cream, goes up. Stays at the top. And thus when you churn more and more, you get more cream on the top. That is a very simple process. So here we are trying to use this difference in property that the cream is lighter and the water is heavier. So with this property, we are trying to separate cream and milk. Okay, this process is very useful to diagnose blood and urine in the labs. It is also used in dairies and homes to separate butter from the cream. Your mom must be doing it. And it is also used to actually squeeze out water from the clothes in the washing machine. There also the same technology is used. The water is a little heavy, it comes down and it is drained. Okay. Now let's try to separate two miscible liquids. Immiscible actually. So mistake here. They are two immiscible liquids. They are not. They don't mix. For example, you take oil and water, and you want to separate the oil and water. They don't mix. So here we know the property that oil is solute here and water is solvent, and they don't mix. So we can take advantage of this, and we also know that oil is lighter than water. So what we can do is we can keep this for some time. We can put this in a separating funnel and we can keep this for some time. After some time you will see that oil will go up and water will come down. Why? Because oil is lighter also, it will float on the water. Okay, and then you will see that if you leave it undisturbed for some time, you will see a separate layer of oil and water. Now what you can do is you can open the stopcock of the separating funnel and pour out the water very carefully, and once you see the water level is here, comes down, all the water is poured, you can close this once again, and then you can remove this or you can, now you have only oil here and you have water in your beaker. You can put a beaker here and you can actually carefully take out the water. It's a pretty easy process. Right, you have to just make sure that you operate this stopcock. This is stopcock nicely. Okay, you can use any oil. You can use hair oil, kerosene oil, vegetable oil, mustard oil, any oil you can use. You can try this in your home. Okay, at least you can do mix it and you can just keep in the glass for some time. You can see that these two layers get separated on its own after some time. At least that part you can do, and then you can, this part you can actually imagine doing it, not a big thing. Let's suppose we have a mixture of salt mixture and ammonium chloride, and we have to separate. Now in this case we know that ammonium chloride is sublimate, right? And this salt, any salt, is NaCl, typically NaCl. NaCl is non-sublimate. So we can take advantage of this fact and we can use the sublimation process here actually. We can put the whole mixture here, mixture of salt plus ammonium chloride, it's NH4Cl, and then you heat it. Once you heat it, the NH4Cl, since it is sublimated, will convert into gas and you will see NH4Cl collected here. And you will see some salt is left here. Let's see once again. This is the mixture, right? You heat it, after some time you will see that all the ammonium chloride gets converted to gas and then back to solid deposited here in the funnel, and the salt is left here, and thus you can actually separate them. Pretty easy process. It can also be used to separate salt from, instead of ammonium chloride, if you have camphor or you have naphthalene, or if you have anthracene. So in all these cases, these are all sublimate. Since these are sublimate, you can actually separate sublimate from non-sublimate easily. Thank you. Visit examfear.com to watch more videos, attempt free online tests, get free study materials, find tutors and mentors, and much more. Thanks once again.